Have you ever wondered why some people just seem naturally happy no matter what life throws at them? Maybe they're not richer, smarter, or luckier than you, but there's something about the way they carry themselves, the way they bounce back, the way they smile like they know a secret. What if I told you that secret is hidden in the wiring of their brain? And you can learn it too. Let me take you on a journey into the human brain, where happiness isn't just a feeling, but a trainable skill. This isn't about empty affirmations or toxic positivity. This is about the hard science of rewiring your brain to feel better, think clearer, and live more fully. It all starts with understanding one simple truth. Your brain wasn't built to make you happy. It was built to keep you alive. For thousands of years, human brains evolved to scan for threats. That rustle in the bushes could be a predator. That cold stare from someone in the tribe could mean exile. Our brains learned to prioritize fear, worry, and caution because those things kept our ancestors alive. Fast forward to today, and that same ancient brain is reacting to emails, traffic, and social media as if they were literal life-or-death situations. But here's the good news. While our brains come pre-wired, they're not hardwired. The brain is plastic, neuroplastic to be exact. It changes with use. The thoughts you think, the actions you repeat, the emotions you feel over and over, those carve grooves into your neural circuitry. And that means you can reshape your brain for happiness, just like someone can train their body in the gym. Let's talk dopamine, serotonin, oxytocin, and endorphins. These are often called your happiness chemicals. But that's a bit of a simplification. They don't make you happy in and of themselves. They reinforce behaviors that your brain has learned to associate with safety, success, or connection. Dopamine is the motivator. It's released when you anticipate a reward, not when you receive it, when you anticipate it. That's why scrolling through social media can feel addictive. Your brain is being drip-fed tiny hits of dopamine every time you expect something exciting. A like, a comment, a message. But there's a dark side. If you rely on dopamine from external sources, you can burn out your reward system. That's why learning to generate dopamine from internal goals, like finishing a task, solving a problem, or creating something meaningful, is so important. Serotonin is all about mood regulation. Low levels are associated with depression, irritability, and anxiety. Interestingly, your gut produces about 90% of your serotonin, which means your mental health is deeply linked to your physical health. Exercise, sunlight, and positive social status all boost serotonin. It's why people feel better after a walk, in the sun, or a moment of gratitude. Oxytocin, often called the love hormone, is released through physical touch, trust, and emotional connection. It's what bonds us to our children, our partners, and even our pets. In a lonely world, boosting oxytocin is vital. A simple hug, a genuine compliment, or even eye contact can create that neurochemical magic. And then there are endorphins, your brain's natural painkillers. They get released during laughter, exercise, and certain types of stress. Ever heard of a runner's high? That's endorphins in action. But you don't need to run a marathon to get them flowing. A good laugh. With friends, a spicy meal, even listening to music that moves, you can do the trick. So if you want to be happier, you don't need to chase pleasure. You need to train your chemistry. And you can do that by intentionally engaging in habits that signal to your brain, "This is good. Do this again." Let me share a story. It's about Julia, a 32-year-old graphic designer who was, on the surface, doing everything right. She had a stable job, a comfortable apartment, and a solid group of friends. But inside, she felt flat. Not sad, just empty. Nothing excited her. She wasn't depressed in the clinical sense, but she'd lost her spark. When Julia learned about neuroplasticity, she decided to experiment. Not with huge life changes, but with small, daily shifts. She started keeping a gratitude journal, not a fake, fluffy one, but a short, honest log of things that actually made her day better. She made herself go outside for 10 minutes each morning, even when she didn't feel like it. She reached out to a friend once a week for a real, meaningful conversation. At first, nothing happened. But slowly, over weeks, then months, she noticed something. She smiled more, laughed more, had more energy. Her creativity came back. Her life didn't change. Her brain did. And that's the point. You don't need a new job or a new city or a new relationship to be happy. You need new wiring. Here are 3 practical things you can do, starting today, to begin training your brain for happiness. First, practice gratitude deliberately, not just thinking about what you're grateful for, but writing it down. Be specific. I'm grateful for my morning coffee becomes I'm grateful for the way the warmth of my coffee feels in my hands when I sit in silence before work. The more detail, the more your brain relives the positive moment, and the more those neural circuits strengthen. Second, get moving. Physical activity, especially rhythmic movement like walking, dancing, or swimming, stimulates endorphins and clears mental fog. You don't need a gym. You just need your body. Move it often, and your mood will follow. Third, connect with someone. Really connect. Send a voice note instead of a text. Ask a friend how they really are, and listen. Vulnerability produces oxytocin. Oxytocin creates trust. Trust heals. And maybe the most powerful idea of all, happiness isn't a destination. It's a practice. You're not broken if you don't feel great all the time. Your brain is doing its job, protecting you. But you can teach it new jobs. You can show it new patterns. And in doing so, you're not chasing happiness. You're building it, brick by brick. Imagine your brain as a garden. If you water the weeds of fear, stress, and comparison, that's what grows. But if you tend to the seeds of joy, connection, and purpose, they bloom too. It takes time. But every time you choose gratitude over complaint, movement over stagnation, presence over distraction, you're rewiring, you're growing, you're reclaiming your mind. So next time you find yourself asking, "Why can't I just be happy?" Remember, you can. You just have to train for it. Your brain is listening to what you do every day. Show it what matters. And if you found even one idea here that resonated, don't keep it to yourself. Share it. Try it. Talk about it. Because happiness might start in the brain, but it spreads in the heart. And someone out there might need a little spark. Be the one to light it.